Everything else in here is fine until they've gone and pseudo can turn on the taxi lights, and that's when we can actually start taxiing outwards towards 25, which is that way, and then turn around, taking off, departing, getting into our cruise, and then enjoying the rest of the flight. Off he goes. See, landing lights basically blinding everybody in that area. See, we've got flaps on, our wheels are there. So now we're going to go on to flight controls, wherever it is, there it is, and do a flight control check, and it will show up. So I'm doing left there, and it will show up there what's happening. I'm going to do a full right, which is checked, neutral, full up, which is happening here, and full down, and neutral, and rudder, which is there, full left, and full right, and neutral. Back to wheel so we can check the temperature, and release the parking brake by pressing a brake button, slowly increase throttle, and just guide the rudder to the right. Obviously follow taxi instructions and a routing suited for you at different airports. So don't just follow, I think this is Alpha, at any airport, because you'll get assigned a taxi route. Now the regulations is 20 knots maximum at this specific airport, I believe. But that's a generic thing, 20 knots on certain taxiways. The max on all taxiways. However, some airports such as Schiphol allow like 30-40 knots of taxi, only 30. But I've exceeded that by a long way. As we start taxiing out. This looks like Liverpool Airport, but I know it's not Liverpool, so just get it. I need to get out of my head. And just to warn you, if there's anything like my other flight I did, it's going to be very, very choppy. I'm not sure if I've not looked at my actual weather charts, so yeah. So what you want to do now is you take off config test, just click that button there and it gives you normal. And I'm going to go back to the engine mode, and it gives you just the engine. So this is Alpha 2. Alpha 1 we enter the runway, so that's when we can turn all the lights on. Remember that you need to get quite close to the taxiway all the time, because the noise wheel isn't that set back like it is on some airports. So now we can turn all lights on, strobe, wing, and brakes, and try and line the thing up the best you can. Which for me actually is very good there. Look at that line up. So when you're lined up, just set the parking brake. And just have a look around. Flaps on. Thing started. Just put your scroll wheel up to make sure that's all the way. TA only showing. Also, all lights on, seat belts on. Pro beats on, I'm going to put engine, anti-ice on, and wing. Packs off for easy procedure. And that is it. Now we can depart. So, increase throttle to about 40%, start the clock, release the parking brake, and spool it up to the manned flex SRS. And so in the takeoff roll, we have the airspeed, along with 80 knots. V1, rotate, so there we go, positive rate, gear up, keep on the flight director as best you can and wait for the deceleration height, and then it'll say on the top left of the primary flight display thrust to climb or something, and it'll say that very soon. Follow the flight director as best you can, as I said. Leave it climb, so pull your throttles back until you see thrust climb, that's the deceleration being successful. Just try and keep to the flight director as best you possibly can, as I previously said. And that's the flaps up speed. That's more than me with pack, so I'm going to go autopilot 1 on, and turn on pack 1, followed by pack 2. Now the speeds gaining to our maximum under 10,000 feet of 250 knots. I'm going to extend my view here, so you can see that's Lisbon there, and along with that I'm going to pop up my altitude to my thing, so you can see everything's doing itself. Speeds itself, it's a manage heading, it's LNAV, and so it's on VNAV mode. That's all left clicks actually, I got that wrong before. So everything here is now sorted. Our transition altitude is 6,000 feet, and it's not bad at all. It's coming out of here. So now I'm going to turn off some of my exterior lights, turn off my wing anti-ice, and this is 6,000 feet coming up. So just right click on the QNH and it'll pop it back into standard, and see standard showing there and there, and it'll be cross-checked on that side in real life. But because of the choice of the Aerosoft, anything you do on this side, such as this, does the same on to the other side, unlike PMDG, which is also Aerosoft, this Airbus could have some better features, but I understand why I did it, because it's a simple model. It's a captain sim. Okay, 8,000 feet, shortly going to 10, still on autopilot. Climbing extremely fast, trying to get a decent wing view, there we go. When we reach 10,000 feet and go lights off, I'll go outside and give you a lovely wing view for the rest of the climb out. 10,000 feet, lights off, auto off, no strokes there, oops. But anyway, yes, so I will see you later.